Hello, everyone. I'm going to be presenting a study today about sleep quality and duration's effect on academic achievement. So the title of my presentation is going to be Unlocking Success, Exploring How Your Sleep Shapes Academic Achievement by Claire Mears for Class Psych 430. So for this scenario, I know every college student or any past student is going to be able to relate to this. Picture this. You waited until the last minute to finish an assignment that you know you've had for weeks, and you just stay up all night trying to complete it, trying to meet that 11:59 deadline, and you're sacrificing your sleep in the process just to get a good grade. And now that you uploaded it, you still can't sleep probably, so you stay up, and in the end you end up with barely enough sleep, and then you got to keep repeating the process over and over again. But was the assignment even your best work if it was rushed? So here's a list of things that we already know. We know that the relationship between sleep and cognitive function, which is needed for academic success, has been a topic of interest for a long time. We also know that sleep is thought to play an important role in helping our brain understand and store memories. Sleep studies have shown that better sleep is related to better learning and memory, and 60% of college students have poor quality of sleep. Now, to get into the other studies that have already been done in this topic, many of these studies explore the general connections, but few dive into the nuances of sleep habits and their specific impact on academic performance. So, what are we looking for? Does sleep duration and quality play a role in determining academic success among college students? This will be the research question that we're focusing on. Let's explore the study. So I'm going to be discussing like what I did to create this study and who was a part of it. So I created this study exploring sleep habits impact on academic performance. How I performed this study was through a survey. I sent it out to fellow college students, regardless of major and who was a part of it. As I said, college students at York College across all majors and ages. To reiterate the research question, does sleep duration play a role in determining academic success among college students? Here's the results and what I found based on this question. So the question I posed to my participants is, how many hours of sleep do you get on an average weeknight? As you see in the graph, most participants in my study have 5 hours of less of sleep each weeknight, which is very low because I think the average amount of sleep for a person is about 8 hours. So they're missing about 4 hours of sleep, which is needed for your health and function. Another question given to my participants is, on a scale of 1 to 5, how would you rate the quality of your sleep? Most of my participants rated their sleep quality a 3 out of 5, which is not good. I honestly feel like a person's sleep quality should be 4 or 5. I think that the sleep quality is the level it is because most of my participants are not getting a full 8 hours of sleep. I also assessed the GPA, the average GPA of my participants, and the average GPA reported was 2.9, and this is below the national average of 3.0. So this could possibly show a relationship between the two variables. Lastly, I posed an open-ended question, and the question was, please share any additional thoughts that you may have about the relationship between sleep habits and academic performance. On my end, I could have made the open-ended question more of a yes or no question because a lot of my participants didn't respond to this question. So most of them did say that the ones that did respond said that they don't think that there's a connection. Then we have some people saying that there's a positive impact on productivity and sacrificing sleep for grades, and there's a small percentage of negative impact on having no sleep. Now that we got all the data out the way, let's connect the dots. To go back to our research question, does sleep duration play a role in determining academic success among college students? Based on all the results, we see that the average amount of hours spent on a weeknight for college students is 5 hours or less. We also see that based on the scale of 1 to 5, most students are saying that their sleep quality is low or just average. This could be because they're not getting enough sleep. The average reported GPA is 2.9. This shows that since most of our participants are not getting enough sleep and the quality is only average, this shows a connection between the two variables. And lastly, let's talk about the big takeaways, some of the limitations, and some next steps for future studies. So, a big takeaway from this study is that the findings highlight a concerning trend among college students. Most are getting 5 hours or less of sleep on a typical weeknight. Moreover, a majority rates their sleep quality low on a scale of 1 to 5 and have below average GPA. This shows a link between the lack of sleep and sleep quality on academic performance. Some of the limitations is self-reporting bias. Participants may not be accurately sharing information. Also, the use of GPA is only a singular metric. Some next steps is using other measures to get a more precise understanding of participant sleep, not dependent on self-reports. Look at course performance, attendance, and engagement. And also, let's explore the relationship through longitudinal studies for a more complete understanding. I would like to thank you for sitting through my presentation. These are some of the sources I use. I mostly use them for the background knowledge on previous studies, and I hope you have a good day. Thank you. Goodbye.